3, 2, 1.
Happy Wednesday, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, punkers of all ages. We are here once again, Wednesday night. It is Jabronis United. I am the realer deal, Ryan O'Regan. With me, as always, is the sniper, Kyle Krieger. Major day, he don't miss. Boosie is unfortunately under the weather at the moment. I can relate. That's why we didn't have an episode last week, because I was under the weather. It's going around, folks. You know what time of the year it is. So, unfortunately, we are a two-man crew, but we are going to do the best we can. And of course, if you all want to join in, join the conversation, get yourselves in the chat, and we will listen to you, especially Jeff, because I know he's going to love this first topic that we're going to be talking about. As always, we will be getting into AEW Dynamite Aftermath, reviewing the show once it ends after 10 o'clock. And we will also get into a little bit of what to expect for WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia, which is more than likely right in Kyle's backyard. So, I mean, if we all don't go, I don't know why we're even talking about it. Am I right, Kyle? Like, how close are you to Philly?
I'm about a half hour without traffic. But
yeah.
there's traffic. But no, I do know a bunch of people that are going. Unfortunately, I was not able to score myself tickets because I can't afford them right now due to issues with my car. So you have no idea what this past month has done to my car. Between cylinders not working, between getting sideswiped on the highway, between hitting a curb, it's just I'm poor right now.
So I guess I don't have to ask you how you're doing, huh?
Frustrated. And to top it all off, I was playing a bunch of video games today and I just got nonstop the dumbest teammates you'll ever see. Just feeding the other teams, not doing what they need to do. Have you seen the movie UHF, right?
With Weird Al Yankovic,
yes. Remember the scene where he's basically Rambo and you have the guy just like unloading infinite bullets and he's just standing right in front of him and not taking any damage? Yeah, those are my teammates. All day. All friggin' day.
Well, speaking of people disgruntled with their people that they work with, yeah, let's go right into here.
Yes.
So it has been a full week of CM Punk, and we have not had any issues that we know of.
I just want to stop covering this
Speaking
guy.
of the devil, hi, Jeff.
It's like, it just every ounce of coverage of this guy just feeds the nonsense. I am so tired of
it. I understand. But you can't deny that even though his first real appearance on Monday Night Raw, like last week or so, it was dull, but it was cut for time. We understand that, obviously.
You have this big
went on.
You have this big super duper signing and you cut it for time. Honestly,
I mean, to be fair, it was probably a little bit of a smart decision just to gauge the audience and to gauge Punk himself, to make sure that he wasn't just going to go ahead and fly off the handle the minute he finally got a mic in his hand, because it was the first time him speaking while being employed at WWE. But
if they're worried about that in the first place,
right? But in the week that has followed, he's done pretty good. He's, if you want to say, towed the company line. He has done that. I was surprised he showed up on NXT, even
they're at least popping. They're popping them up on a bunch of different stuff. And
yes,
honestly, and honestly, they should. They made the signing. Now they're parading him out. So, yeah, it's just.
And I will have to say that his time on the mic on SmackDown, head and shoulders above what he did on Raw, obviously.
And so much for brand splitting stuff, but is what it is.
I don't watch the.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. It's just nonstop,
Oh, Jeff.
nonstop coverage, nonstop nonsense, nonstop blah.
Right.
I'm channeling my inner Jesse the Body Ventura. Yeah.
Look, regardless of what it may be, the fact of the matter is, he's bringing eyes. He is doing what he is supposed to do, and he is supposed to bring eyes to the product. He is doing exactly that. And as most of us have probably predicted, it seems like his first major feud back in WWE is going to be with his former liaison back when he helped introduce the Shield, Seth freaking Rollins. And the promo that Rollins put out on Punk, I think, speaks volumes of how much they're willing to invest into the use of CM Punk on WWE because they really did not hold back.
Mm.
So I take the remote from mom. Oh, come on, let mom have her Punk. That's
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I wouldn't do that. I would just go into like the other room or do something else. Well, let her have her fun. I don't want to watch it, but yeah.
now I should say, ladies and gentlemen, I don't do this to rile up Kyle or to rile up Jeff. I do not do this on purpose.
Yes, you do.
I'm just trying to play devil's advocate and see the good side to everything that's going on, rather than letting the visceral store inside of me and spur out, much in the way that Jeff takes away his mom's remote.
Oh dear.
But I think the fact that they let Seth say what he wanted to say, and mind you, I have it on authority from
You're with the
of course,
authority?
Kita, who I believe got it from a Wrestling Insider, that there was no producer for that segment.
Okay.
So that means that was as unscripted as you could have gotten,
Unscripulated.
which I think is very ballsy of them, especially considering that, for whatever way you want to put it, Rollins wrecked him the same way
Oh,
he pretty much
absolutely.
wrecked Cody Rhodes when he came back.
Well, Rollins is one of the few people that's legitimately good on the mic usually in that company. And while yeah, Punk is decent on the mic. He's definitely better than most of that roster. He's not better than Rollins on the mic. Pipe
Who
pipe bombs or no pipe bombs.
I don't know if that's necessarily true, but I will say
It's
if
true.
there is anybody that could possibly rival Punk on the
Oh, it's
mic,
true. It's damn true.
to quote another wrestler. But
A much
yeah,
better one.
hate me for saying this. You could argue that Seth Rollins is the modern day CM Punk, given his
So what about
um,
the current modern day CM Punk?
well, no, because here's the thing.
Is he not CM Punky
Think
enough
about
for you?
what his character has evolved into. Like the minute he became the Monday Night Messiah, and he started doing his own solo thing, not being part of that little faction that Triple H was having up against Daniel Bryan at the time. You could easily say that everything he's done solo since, whether it's try to work up people to listen under him as if he's like his own kind of straight edge society leader. The fact that people hum around with his music because they know that there's a flamboyance, a catchiness, an overall air to the whole thing.
He has
And
a cult following, no doubt.
yeah,
And
he
and
absolutely
he
he
and his
has his
earlier
own fucking
time,
personality.
his earlier time, he was good enough to earn that. It just never stopped. It just while his quality went down, the fans didn't leave, which fair enough. You have a following. It's gotten to the point where it's a cult following. Where people you can legitimately list out flaws and then you get raked over the coals because, God forbid, you say something about their C Messiah Punk.
Some could argue the same thing about Rollins because Rollins has been very outspoken and he has done things in the name of WWE and in the name of, basically letting his own voice out that have not been good for the company, especially when he goes on Twitter and goes ahead and starts icing out people.
He has been
So
around
even
long enough
Rollins has
that it
gotten his
causes
mouth
it.
in trouble from time to time. But he is more of a company guy than Punk ever was. If anything, he's almost a mix of Punk and Cena because he is definitely a WWE loyalist.
Yeah, which is fine, and it's like it's fine to support the company you work for. That's fine. I don't mind company guys, and it's like and I don't necessarily mind Rollins too much. Yeah, he gets he does dumb stuff on occasion, but it's just I wouldn't say he has a cult following. He has fans, sure, but they're not gonna. Well, at least most of them aren't gonna start having a hissy fit the moment you say some moment you mention any flaw of his.
Well, that's also because I think for the most part, when it's come to Rollins, his face turn heel turn ratio is sketchy at best.
Has he reached the level of Randy Orton and Big Show in terms of the flippity flop waffles?
Um, Not Big Show. I don't think anyone will ever reach Big Show. That will never happen. Big Show, that is a lofty goal for people to reach.
Yes, it is.
But as far as Orton, yeah, I'd have to say he's on the border with Orton.
On the
Like,
precipice,
really,
as it were.
Rollins is ever only appreciated or enjoyed when the person against him is just even more rotten.
Hmm.
So, I
Looking at
mean,
the
in this circumstance, I hate to say it, he's probably the heel compared to Punk.
well, yeah, because of the cult following and the new sign and the return. So of course he's gonna be coming back as a face. Will he switch it up to be a heel quickly? Probably after this feud. But yep. But
Well, it depends.
on a side note, looking at the image on the screen, it's like I like how it's like you got CM Punk, blah blah blah, and then you got Ryback.
The
One of
rivalry
the
we never got anymore, yes.
Ryback.
The
He
man who
just
should have
buries
just
him. It's like
refused.
he buries himself on social media. So he doesn't need anyone to make fun of him or bury him. He'll do it himself to himself.
Yeah, at this point, his phrase should be "Feed me something" because I'm famished.
He's like becoming the modern day Virgil.
Oh no, 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 no! I have met Virgil. I have driven Virgil from the airport.
Mm,
He is no Virgil.
okay, I didn't know that. That's
Thank
awesome.
God. Please stay that way. God help me if Virgil ever came up with like a podcast or something, man. That would. Well, I know he does, but it's like pay
A
per view.
Verge with
Like no
Virgil.
one listens to it unless they have like the Patreon subscription.
Mm. Welcome to the Verge with Virgil.
But so now with this rivalry,
All you Virgils out there, I was gonna say virgins out there. You're
let's not anger the cult. Let's not anger the cult.
of what? Virgil? He has a cult?
Of Virgil, virgins, what
Oh,
Virginians, West Virginia.
Virgil's virgins.
But talking Punk here. Do we see Punk actually taking the belt away from Rollins either before or by the time WrestleMania 40 comes into play?
Ah, well,
That
if
I
if
would
they're
say no.
if they're gonna take the belt off of him before WrestleMania, this will probably be the one. That might be why he was so legitimately pissed off about it.
No, 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 no. He was pissed off long before
Logically, no,
that.
he shouldn't. Logically, absolutely not. Yeah, logically, absolutely, he should not drop the belt to Punk before WrestleMania. But
No,
If they
I don't
do,
think that'll be the case.
yeah. But if there was anyone that they would drop it to, it's this schmuck. So
No, I don't see them necessarily putting a belt on Punk right away. Like, I could easily see them making a match for Punk where he's at, like, at least night 1 headliner. Maybe
well,
not night 2.
we we
That's
we we,
definitely
do,
gonna
we
be
we don't know the details of the contract because I know that some people when they come back have it in their contract that they're going to be a belt holder, Goldberg. But I mean,
Yes, but I want to think that Triple H was maybe a little bit smarter about that, considering
we
his
hope he
belt run
is.
in
We
AEW.
we hope he is. Absolutely, we absolutely hope he is. But if there was anyone that they would drop, that Rollins would have to drop the belt to, it would be him. Logically, no, they shouldn't. But if there was a chance, this is probably the one to drop that would take it before
And the thing
WrestleMania.
is, there's a lot of X factors. Now that we know that Punk is established for Raw, he is Raw exclusive. There are a bunch of X factors that you need to think about in regards to
Exclusive.
who can play into things. You have the Judgment Day, which I would love to see Finn Balor or Damian Priest go one-on-one with Punk.
Mm.
You've got Drew McIntyre and his little heel turn that's been happening. I'm sure he could get in the way.
Yeah, maybe.
And God forbid, there is also the possibility that Punk and Cody Rhodes end up button heads because both of their stories are interacting.
Well, that's Rhodes' problem now, and I honestly I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised if he's in the main event because they'll have him win Royal Rumble.
Right. But here's the thing.
I don't see
A
that.
main event does not necessarily need a belt match.
If there's a non-belt main event for WrestleMania, something somewhere went horribly wrong. So some writer might have had like whoever's in charge of producing the main event for WrestleMania. If that main event is not a belt match, then you need to check that you need to check that person for CTE or something because there's some serious damage going on there if that happens.
I mean, it's very possible because for as much as you want to say that Rollins is the main belt holder of Raw, that belt has not been around for very long. It
No,
doesn't have the distinguishedness as, say, what Roman has on SmackDown. I mean, what was it?
oh,
They had,
wait. Roman's on SmackDown. I don't know. I haven't seen him in ages because why not? Let's just keep
he's
let's just
supposed to
keep
be
adding
coming
to
back.
his days
He's supposed to
by
be coming
not.
back this week.
What? Who cares?
Whether or not he will, I don't know.
Who cares? Who cares about a part-time champion?
That's
It's
what I'm saying. So, I mean, if you're gonna have someone as like a part timer, obviously, you take the belt off of them. If you have someone like Rollins who has been very dedicated and has been almost the John Moxley of like putting everything on his back and pulling everything through,
oh yeah. There are
maybe you keep the
absolutely
belt on
good
him, and
people
this
that are
way
good
it
about that.
gives the belt a little bit more credence, even after WrestleMania.
Whoa, hold on. I clicked the wrong button and I started them.
And I know Jeff rarely agrees with me at this point. I understand.
Or at least
I'm not,
in regards to Punk.
yes.
But it's like no, Rollins is a part-time title holder, but yet they still keep the freaking belt on him because they want to keep tallying up these days for whatever record. It's not a record. Well, it's technically a record, yes, but it's such a bullshit way of doing it.
And something with
Bullshit.
Brock. Back when Brock had the belt, and he
Brock
was
made
going
more
for, like,
appearances than him.
when during that time they were still the people that were like, "Oh, you can't defend it in the next 30 days. We take the belt off of you." Once they stopped doing
Yeah,
that with Brock, everything was on the table.
yeah. And now we're stuck with this garbage. We're stuck with this garbage of a no-show title main event title holder. And what makes it even worse is that it's so soon. Well, I guess you could say so soon in relative to like the multiple years that he's had it at this point that they took it off of someone who appeared on 4 shows a year, while all yelling is like, "Oh, he's held the title for so long," because they don't book defenses. They don't book shit. Well, even if it's like it would have more weight to it if even fine, have them keep holding it, but at least put on the matches. Like have them do a match every other week or so. It doesn't have to be every week, but I don't know. It just maybe I know I understand that we were spoiled back in the Attitude Era where the bookings were usually really really good. That it's just the garbage that we see right now pisses me off because it's so
I see.
half-assed. It's so lazy. It's so half-assed. It's like why do you put a belt on someone for them just to never appear? I understand. It's like and it's like if even though it probably involves Triple H's policy of having wrestlers spend more time with their families. That's great. I like that.
Yeah,
But
they're
the whole
actually
point,
off the
yeah.
whole like week of Christmas.
Oh yeah. Oh no, and it's like I think that's great. I absolutely think that's fantastic. But when it comes to the title holder, that's something that needs to at least put on the airs of being something special, not putting on the airs of we are bragging about how this is a record and yet we don't see him for 3 months at a time.
Yeah, really, right now the only title holder I'd say that has the most clout is Gunther with the Intercontinental.
Gunther and even Rollins. It's like yeah, it might not be considered the super duper title now because of how they book Reigns, but you know what? Rollins is out there. He's putting
Yeah,
on. He's at least putting on promos, even if he's not defending it every week. Fine, he's still making appearances. He's still putting on the promos. I give respect to that.
That's fair. That's fair. And I'd say Raw at least is. I don't know if it's because Triple H is probably there more often than on SmackDown, or if there's some sort of notoriety because it is the 3 hour tour as opposed to this normal 2 hour show. There is something to be said for the fact that Raw, at least in the recent years, has really had more of a focus on what they're doing with the titles than say SmackDown does. Because as of right now, the big Universal whatever title is non-existent. It's all about the bloodline.
Yeah.
The United States title held by Logan Paul.
Another
That
really
you're not
annoying
seeing that
title
until
holder.
Royal Rumble.
Another really
And even
dumb
then,
looking
I don't
idea.
know if he's going to defend it or if it's going to be just like, get a Pokemon card put on it. I don't know what.
What's the point of having so many titles if they're never appearing? What's
And
the
even
point?
then, the women's title on SmackDown, with Io Sky as the champion. When was the last time Io Sky defended the belt herself, as opposed to being a part of this damage control thing that they were doing?
Well, that's the whole gimmick of her. It's like fine, have her, but at least she's having the matches. Are they unfair matches? Oh, absolutely. But oh yeah, it's Gunther, Walter Gunther. Either way, he is one of their best title holders right now. Him, absolutely.
Him
And he actually promotes it well. He's giving clout to his reign. Absolutely.
Whereas with Seth's title reign has been more mired in the drama of his opponents rather than just holding on to the title. I don't think anyone's really given him any strong competition yet. And I'm not saying Punk's going to be the one to give him competition, but you know what? At least it's going to give Rollins something to do other than worry about his back or worry about whether or not people are going to like his opponent like Jey Uso.
Mm.
So hopefully there is some good that can come from this.
Oh boy.
Oh wait. Oh God, no.
We got something to look forward to when we go over our
No.
over Dynamite.
Oh yeah. No. I refuse to acknowledge this as a potential match anywhere on the WWE card. I don't care if it's WrestleMania. I don't care if it's Royal Rumble. I don't care if it's Saturday Night Main Event. It ain't happening. Never. Never.
Probably not. But that would be kind of funny, and it's like that would establish Gunther as a face if that happened.
Everyone would be like chanting along with Imperium.
Just to break him. It's like the same thing with his brother Jake. It's like the same thing with his brother Jake. You just want those little schmucks to lose.
No. Look.
Yes.
Okay. Say what you will in regards to how he has been, let's say, as a wrestler. Logan Paul has definitely put in the work physically.
Oh, yeah.
But as a wrestler, no, he's a guy who wrestles.
Yeah. Well, it's like he has put. I do give them kudos to that. They have put in the work, and some of their matches have been good. Some of his matches have been really good. But as a it's like I really just think the guy's an absolute schmuck. It's like one of those really annoying people you just want to punch in the face.
Jeff, I love you like a brother, or as much as I can as a.
I got to disagree with this one.
However,
no. Delete.
Yes. Oh my god, that just left a taste in my mouth that I am not going to get rid of for some time. Not happy about that.
I think I need to refill my drink after that one.
But though, let's slowly transition over from WWE to AEW. Tonight has been AEW Dynamite. I know it's a little early, but anything to get the thought of that out of my brain.
We need to brain bleach it. But then again, going by what I saw a post about the Jericho and Omega promo tonight. Oh boy. I missed the promo itself, so I'm gonna have to look it up. But apparently Jericho and Omega made a promo that someone has been saying is probably the worst thing that Kevin Von Erich has ever lived through. Ow!
No, don't say that.
Ow!
With all that he knows.
That's bad.
First of all, how do you not have Christian in there? Why is this Jericho and Kenny? What do they have to do with the Von Erichs?
I don't know, but ow.
I mean, if anything, it should be promotion for Iron Claw, which I am hearing is very good. And you know what? We will actually, I will give a review to that on this channel once it comes out in theaters. I know I usually do movie reviews for Tales from the Film Set, our show on Mondays. But you know what? It's a wrestling movie. We don't get too many of them. I'm doing it here.
There was one interesting part. They actually acknowledged SAWFT soft. They actually referenced Big Bill's history in regards to things being soft. So I will give them I will give them a buku point for that. But they brought up Enzo.
But still, it's like, wow.
It's like Enzo is one of those that, because of his antics, has become like he who shall not be named. But yeah,
almost like a CM Punk in his own right.
Like it basically, like, it was a promo with him and Big Bill, or it was basically the Golden Jets and Starks and Big Bill. So they compared Starks to being a less charismatic version of Enzo. Okay, that's fantastic.
That's gonna put him in Twitter comments.
So that was a that was a pretty. It's like yes, but yeah, it was a crappy promo, but it did have some elements of I thought was really funny.
But anyway, looking at the card for tonight, it's very Continental Classic heavy, which is fine.
That's
Get some
their
good
whole thing.
matches.
hmm That's perfectly fine.
It's nice to see Riho back.
hmm
I will say there are some people who are maybe against the idea because Riho is compared to the other women on the roster. Um, well, what's the word they use in A Christmas Story?
You'll shoot your eye out,
Fragile.
kid.
Like she doesn't have that intimidation factor or that necessarily that star factor, even compared to her Japanese equivalents. But you know what? I like Riho.
Oh, so do I. Riho's great.
Yeah,
She's
Riho's one of those,
fantastic.
she's got like that
Though,
crappy underdog feel.
well, she was their first women's champion.
Yes, and against the beast of all people,
Mm-hmm. Nyla Rose. No.
and the Rose. Yeah,
Yeah.
that competition that was like
Yeah.
David and Goliath. That's like
Yeah.
the biggest
Absolutely.
thing they've had like that.
And so yeah, you can't take that away from her. So they'll have her come in, do a match, and unfortunately probably get fed to Tony Storm.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Obviously, she's been out for a while for obvious reasons, injuries and stuff like that. I'm sure, but again, when you compare it to ones like Sakura or Hikaru Shida, it's like, what does Riho bring to the table that's so intimidating? That's like, okay, she could still be a champion. And then you put her up against Ruby Soho, which, if there is a woman who is active on the roster nowadays who has been so undermined, it's Ruby.
Mm.
Like, I almost feel bad for the outsiders or whatever they call them nowadays, because they are just paying no clout whatsoever. There is nothing being done for those girls.
Mm-hmm.
No, don't bring in Enzo. Don't. If AEW brings in Enzo now that they don't have CM Punk on the mic, that is going to be like the final straw of degradation on AEW's name. I like Enzo at the time, but that's because I'm a Jersey boy. That time has gone.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I would like to see that. It's like I am a fan. I'm a fan of the guy, even though he's a schmuck. It's like I know I say the same thing about people I don't like, but I don't know. It's just I find him to be funny. So maybe that's what plays into it, I guess. But I don't know. But I absolutely would like to see Enzo pop in to help Bill and Starks keep the belts, and they could have him work the mic and piss everybody off in the crowd, which is that would work.
Yeah,
He is a slimy little heel. He's the heel he's the heel that you just want to watch get clotheslined by the bottom rope. So
yeah, but I also wouldn't necessarily want him taking away from Ricky Starks, who,
that's
let's
true.
face it, is an original, an AEW original,
Yes.
and
Okay,
gratefully so. He's been having quite the incline this past year.
mm-hmm. That's true.
So now you're going to go ahead and throw in a mouthpiece that, for all intents and purposes, if he's given more airtime than Ricky is, you're
There could
basically
be a
throwing
dynamic. There could be a dynamic between them that has Ricky Starks beat the hell out of him.
That would be nice, but then I would rather see Big Bill do it because I almost feel like that's more vindicated.
Well, that already happened back in WWE.
Yes, true.
So,
but that was when it was
Big Cass.
Big Cass.
Or
Big Bill has yet to hurt him.
Bill. Big. It's such a dumb name. Big Bill. Big Bill is a jobber name.
Yeah, no.
It's
I
like,
mean,
you have Kenny Omega versus Big Bill, and then Omega stomps the floor with him.
like something from Magic Mike, you know,
Exactly. It's like,
which
yeah,
has its own fair share of
Big Bill
wrestling
is
talent in the movie, but
yeah,
not Big Bill.
yeah. No, Big Bill is
That's
Big Bill
makes
is.
us
It's like, I
man.
understand that that that's his moniker. Let him run with it. Let him go nuts. But that that specific name is feels like a jobber name,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
kind of like Shorty G.
Oh god, yeah. Pretty
Yeah,
much
it's
anything where your height is part of your character.
or the zombie.
Well, I mean, look at Big Show,
Well, Big
Johnny
Show is different.
Gonzalez.
Show is not someone's actual name. Like when you hear the word Big Bill, yeah, you just think of just some yokel in Appalachia that just comes out when they need to push their car out of a ditch. Oh, just call Big Bill. Or Big Bill's Auto Repair. There you go.
Oh,
Welcome to Big Bill and Shorty G. There's a law firm name for you.
that's a crime fighting team right there.
Big Bill and Shorty G.
Big Bill and Shorty G protecting the locals of Little Rock, Arkansas. I don't know.
Somewhere in West Virginia. Big Bill. Big Bill's Auto Parts. But Big Bill's Auto Parts and Shorty G's Taekwondo dojo or something.
The new Cobra Kai.
Exactly. Where do you train? I train at Shorty G's. Or no. Shorty G sounds like the owner of like a crappy diner. Where are you gonna go grab breakfast at 5 in the morning after you're stoned out of your mind? I'm gonna go to Shorty G's, man.
Oh
I
wow,
don't know.
where's that Taylor ham, egg, and cheese? It's like, just over at Shorty G's. Took forever in a day, I swear to God.
Taylor ham,
And they didn't even put the
egg
ketchup
and
on.
here you go. Taylor ham, egg and cheese. Go eat yourself full at Shorty G's.
We are never gonna get to interview him now.
Well, no, I will be glad to interview him as Gable, as Chad Gable. I would love to interview him as Chad Gable.
Oh,
But
I can't. That's too
it's
much.
like that feels like a Vince special in terms of booking.
Shorty G's
Where they give him like the dumbest thing imaginable, and then they try to and then they basically force them to run with it, and it's dead in the water. Yeah, it might be endearing after a little bit, which admittedly it did. It's like at some points, but it's like you're not gonna be a WWE champion named Shorty G. You're not gonna
No,
be
but now I want to
Intercontinental
also
champion named Shorty G.
Shorty G's big boys, and instead of like the big boy with holding up the
It's
tray
the
and
little
everything,
boy.
you just get Otis, and he's gonna
It's
hold up the tray
Otis.
for him and everything.
There you go. Otis and Shorty G's lunchbox.
Otis would be a mascot in a minute.
Oh, absolutely. But he'll have fun with it.
Yes, absolutely. But he'll be paid in.
And I'm sure Gable has had some fun with it. It's just it's like whenever they come out, it's like that he's not going to be doing much, which is a shame because he is legit one of the best wrestlers that company has. So
Speaking of wrestlers,
speaking
do
of
we have
wrestling, back to
any
AEW.
word on the matches from AEW Dynamite as far
Yes.
as who
Yeah,
won
you
or
had
anything like that?
Yep. Oh yeah, absolutely. You had like I believe one of the matches was Hangman Adam Page versus Roderick Strong. So backed up by the Kingdom. So of course Adam Page ends up burying it. It's like, why not? Sure, why not? Even after the downturn that Adam Page has been having, it's just nope. Yeah, we're just gonna have Adam Page win because he's feuding with MJF right now. Even though
Can't say I'm surprised by
Roderick
that.
Strong and the Kingdom they should be the ones that are pushed right. They should be the ones that are getting a push right now that to make their inevitable clash with MJF and Adam Cole give that a lot more weight to it. But no, instead they're having them lose to Hangman Adam Page. Whatever. But another match they had for the Continental Classic. They had Andrade El Idolo versus Brody King, and they had Andrade go over, even though there's some rumors that he might not be around with the company much longer. So,
Say what now?
well, it's like I saw some rumors the other day that that Andrade was starting to feel kind of disgruntled, but in the locker room because of how he's been booked, how things have been going, and especially with all the other drama going around, they sound believable.
Well, to
Whether or
be
not they're
fair,
true or not,
he's had issues
I don't
ever
know.
since he got to AEW. So, I
Maybe.
mean, I don't know how founded that all is. He may just be saying that just so it's like, well, you have my father-in-law on screen and doing his thing. So why can't I do my thing now?
Jeff brings up an interesting point in the comments. Apparently Triple H has been in talks with him because of his wife, which that can make sense. That would make sense.
Yes, but that is
Do
also
you have any like source pulling that one up? But like I said, it does feel like it makes sense. So I'll have to look into that a little bit more. But that yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case.
yeah, but it's
'Cause
also one of those things where it's like I
it's just another
don't know how much credibility I would give to that simply because
yeah.
there was already talks before as far as like, oh, we're going to go ahead and talk to some of the people and see if they want to come back over now that Triple H is in charge.
Which honestly, that would not surprise me at all. I agree.
Yeah, but if they're under contract, they're under contract. Leave it alone.
Yep.
I'm not going to go ahead
And
and give them somebody
yeah.
who I know is class talent just
Mhm.
because, oh, your wife is over there.
Well,
If that was the case,
no,
Aleister Black would have gone over to WWE in an instant.
he is supposedly in talks too.
Oh my God, people!
Well, like I said, it's like right now it's like the MLB hot stove. It's just all rumor, but they are conceivable rumors. So, oh, but I digress. In the words of Taz. So up after that, that's when we had the Von Erich promo. Orange Cassidy asked if they would like to team up with him, and then Kevin Von Erich accepts on their behalf. So then we have our Golden Jet promo with Big Bill and Ricky Starks. So you had that, and then after that, you had your Tony Storm coming to the commentary table for the Ruby Soho versus Riho match. Yet again, Ruby Soho gets jobbed out, which that's depressing. It's like Ruby Soho is one of my favorite wrestlers, and seeing her constantly I understand she's not in the storylines, but seeing her constantly get jobbed out really makes me sad.
It
But
does.
yep,
It's like
Riho made got the win on that. Wardlow then comes out, does promo, says says that the Devil's reign of terror will come to an end soon. Then we have basically 3 Continental Classic matches with Rush versus Jay Lethal, where Rush gets a win via submission. Jay White versus Mark Briscoe, where Jay White gets the win. And then you have Swerve Strickland versus John Moxley. And let me see if they have the result of that one, because I was so focused on everything else that I didn't get to look at it. And then Swerve Strickland, yeah, it doesn't have a listing as to who won just yet. So we shall see.
I mean, by the sound of it, it sounds like a very well-packed wrestling.
Oh yeah, it's like the matches that I did watch were really, really good, as per
Right, but the
usual.
problem is all the stuff that wasn't the match,
Hmm.
which again goes back to our comments that we've said
Here it
before
is.
about AEW, where it's like they put on spectacular wrestling,
Yes.
but as far as the storytelling elements and what they actually do outside of grappling,
Hmm.
it has fallen flat.
Yes.
I mean, you
But
can't even give the Von Erichs a proper amount of good
mhm,
time to talk about the movie about their family
mhm,
because why? You have to have two other, forgive me for saying this, geriatric people go
mhm.
ahead and take some spotlight away from them.
True. But I actually found the result. John Moxley beat Swerve Strickland with a handful of tights.
Right. And you know what? I'm not saying anything against these matches, but there is a downside to all this Continental Classic stuff where it's like, I get that the wrestling is great, but it's still the same dudes every week,
Mhm.
regardless of how you mix them up, regardless of how many times they may wrestle each other one night or on Friday or on Saturday. It's still the same faces. And these
Yeah,
are established faces. I don't think any of them are really getting anything new off of this, except
mhm,
maybe Swerve.
yeah. It's I well, it's like I said, it's kind of like King of the Ring, except rather than like a tournament, it's more their point system. So it's like the group stages of the World Cup. So
Right,
yeah,
but you
that's
can easily
fine.
still have a point system and put them up against other opponents.
Oh yeah, I agree. And they have such a wide roster that they could have had so many more people get a push on this one. But no, it's just now we're gonna see
Oh my
Moxley
god, Taylor Breach.
Moxley in another major match. But don't get me wrong, Moxley's good. He puts on good matches, but it's start. I really hate to say it, but he's starting to get stale. It's like
It is because
you had Strickland getting some nice momentum here,
see,
and then you have him lose to Moxley. Come on.
and that's the thing. It's like, oh well, this loss doesn't necessarily matter because it's all about the point system. It's like if you cared so much about the point system, then you'd be a little bit more stringent on what you were doing with the standings and how many matches people win
Yeah,
every week and having that lead
absolutely.
up to titles, like you were supposed to do at the beginning.
Hmm.
Now all of a sudden we're supposed to take a point system seriously, as if that's not doctored in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, yeah. They like they had the win loss records they had it set to seasons with their main show with their main pay per view, and then you had that you had that reset, and yeah, I agree. King and Black not being in the tournament together is
Either one of them,
outrageous. Either one of
I
them,
mean,
exactly.
the House of Black is still a notable faction. Right
Yeah,
now, it's one of the few factions that has a fucking belt.
yeah,
Thank
and
you very much,
yeah,
Julia Hart.
absolutely. And with all that excitement about it, it's just like now they're not doing anything with it. Who the
They're
hell
not
is
using it
booking
for
this
some
crap?
brand. At least when Rhea had her belt and she was the only champion in the Judgment Day, that was used to help propel her and the Judgment Day forward as a notable threat.
Yes,
They are not
absolutely,
doing that with Julia and Black.
absolutely. And it's getting to the point where it's feeling like a missed opportunity.
It's more than a missed opportunity. It's basically just fumbling around with, the
Hmm.
people that you like. It almost feels like, yeah, it might feel like Tony Khan has a bit of a favorites list, and these are the people that go out there. And while they may put on banger after banger after banger, you don't have your own little independent thing like it's shown on Stephen Amell's Reels or Heels. It's
Hmm.
Heels. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's Heels. That's a little independent thing where it is the same people every night. You've got 3 brands worth of talent to work with. And I
So work
still
with it.
like the same 8 dudes on Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday.
It's feeling very Vincian, which is not good, especially with how Triple H is now supposedly in control of WWE's creative, acting like Vince when the whole reason AEW exists is so people could escape from Vince's bullcrap, and now you're starting to do it too. Come on, Tony Khan, you need to pull your head out of your butt.
Look, I am still a fan of AEW. I'm not going to stop being a fan of AEW, but I am a fan of AEW for the talent that does get to shine.
Yes.
Do I wish more of the talent got to shine? Yes. Do I wish Adam Cole wasn't injured? Sure. Do I wish Jack Perry wasn't an idiot? Sure. Do I wish Sting could wrestle a little bit more rather than having to rely on Darby Allin? Absolutely.
Mhm.
He's supposed to be on this retirement kick, and we're not even seeing that much of him. Why? Because we're saving him for when Flair screws him over? I don't care. But you know what? You have so much to work with. Work with it. You have a whole spice rack, and all you're doing is putting in nutmeg in everything.
Yep, pretty much.
You can only go so far with nutmeg.
It's the infinite paprika. Put it in
Yeah,
the
well, I
cornucopia.
mean, I hate to say it, but maybe the deficit that AEW is feeling, that 34 million deficit that he's feeling, maybe that'll help put things in perspective for 2024.
We hope, because they've been burning
Boy,
through goodwill.
I'm pretty sure that's why Flair's there. You don't bring in the dirtiest player in the game to have him just huck his energy drink.
Mm-hmm. Though then again, that
He's gonna
may
be a
have.
mess.
Then again, he may his comments from last week or so, and yeah, the reason why we haven't really seen him could be because they may have hit a note that he wasn't supposed to hit. Who knows?
Or hit on a note that he wasn't supposed to hit.
Exactly. So
Or a few
I
notes
do not
that he
know.
wasn't supposed to hit.
Who knows? Who knows? But
Oh, it's not gonna be Flair versus Sting. It's not gonna be that. But you cannot tell me Flair will not get himself involved in the match somehow.
somehow, some way.
Whether it's on the outside or before the match, or slipping something to somebody, a la Mr. Regal to MJF.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
Who knows?
But Flair will be there, and he will be problematic as he always is.
Yes, he will be. Which is perfectly fine. But it's like, yeah, it's just one of those things.
All right, so pretty much standard AEW stuff. That's all well and good.
Mm-hmm.
Let's end the show with a fun little thing, if I may.
Fun.
So, as we discussed earlier, WrestleMania 40 is going to be happening in 2024 in April in Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, and
Brotherly love.
a half hour away from Kyle. A little further from the rest of us in Jersey, but again, we will travel down. We will pick up a bus. We will go down there. We'll visit you, and we'll pick you up, and we'll go to the show.
To the wrestles.
If need be, I will bring a tent, and we will find a place to camp out. Now, you can already speculate as to what the matches are going to be for WrestleMania 40 at this point, but another thing that goes along with WrestleMania isn't necessarily so much the matches. It's also the spectacle, the fanfare, the overall ambiance. It is the showcase of the immortals, the greatest live sports entertainment show on the planet.
This is the
It
greatest
is,
show.
now that it's 2 nights, it's even more so. And one of the things that has always been prevalent in WrestleMania has been its celebrity endorsements. From Muhammad Ali and Cyndi Lauper in the first WrestleMania, all the way up to Snoop Dogg going ahead and dropping the Snoop elbow when necessary last year. There's always been famous people that have been able to come around and partake in the ambiance that is WrestleMania. And Philly, I believe, will probably be no different. But who do you get from Philly to be a part of WrestleMania? Now, there are some questionable people that have come out of Philly, but I also think there are some possibly good choices to actually show up and be in this monumental 2-day event. Well, technically 3-day event, 4-day event. Depends on what days you do with the Hall of Fame and with the access. And I'm sure NXT is going to have something going on. So there's a lot to play with. But what
Yes.
celebrity would actually go ahead and endorse it? Do you have any choices before I end up showing this list here?
Start away. Go for it.
So there was a list that I found of the 20 most famous people from Philadelphia. And on this list, I do think that they have a fair amount of people that I would say could be great gets for WWE. Of course, this list is courtesy of Discover Walks. I'm guessing it's a bit of a tourist thing for Philadelphia and other established cities. And the first one is Will Smith. This, I think,
is he
is
even
a
a
great.
wrestling fan?
I don't know, but Lord knows he can smack somebody if necessary.
This is true. Have him in a
Don't
smacking
act like you
contest
could.
with Gunther. Who smacks harder?
Oh, the slaps that would come off. Ooh, baby, you know that would be a hit. Come on now,
It's the
that
Will
would
Smith
be epic.
Memorial slap match.
I mean, if nothing else, just have somebody sit him at ringside, have someone come up to his face, and just like Rey Mysterio's wife, just go ahead, give a good one up. Bam. Just, exactly.
What do the hands
A
say to the
deep,
face? Slap.
brilliant six. I mean, that's true. There are a lot of sports people that would probably show up.
Oh yeah. We'll probably see
yeah.
like Jalen Hurts. We'll probably see whoever is a name on the flyers. But we'll probably see Bryce
Kelsey.
Harper.
I'm
We'll
sure
probably see
Kelsey's
Bryce
gonna
Harper. We'll
equal
probably see Kelsey. Yep.
if we get Kelsey, there is the possibility of Taylor Swift.
Well,
No, Kelsey.
no. Taylor Swift is dating the Kelsey brother that's on the Kansas City Chiefs.
Right, but don't tell me one brother isn't going to be like to the other brother. Hey, dude, we're having WrestleMania. Come on through. And then if Travis comes,
maybe
Taylor's going to be in attendance.
Tay.
Dude, Tay at WrestleMania would be ridiculous. I would love to see Charlotte just walk up to her and just like eye her down.
Slap. But the question is, who will be in the celebrity match? Will we see another Snoop Dogg? Will we see? Will we see Shane and Mac come down and explode or something? Shane O'Mac returns and then goes away again.
Together before, if Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart can mend fences in the ring, then we can get the Kelsey brothers together.
Okay,
wrestling has that power.
it's true.
Now, after Will Smith, let's see who we got. Noam Chomsky. I don't see that happening.
Nope.
Benjamin Franklin, he's dead.
The ghost of Ben Franklin appears.
Kevin Hart.
All right, Kevin Hart and Will Smith. There you go. Perfect.
Just like How High.
Well, actually, no. Kevin Hart because he did all those commercials with The Rock. Kevin Hart actually makes sense.
That's true, and there has been talk about getting The Rock to WrestleMania to face off against Roman, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can somehow maneuver The Rock around, maybe you do a little promotion for that, you could get Kevin Hart. And you know what? Kevin Hart in a wrestling ring would be funny as all hell.
Yes, it would. Kevin Hart teams with The Rock against The Miz and Maurice or something. 'Cause I mean,
no. Oh.
but the party doesn't begin until Snoop Dogg appears. So
No, you know what you would do? Rock and Kevin Hart versus Chad Gable and Otis. Kevin Hart
as
versus Gable. That is
as
as
entertaining
even
as
as you
I
can
would
get.
think that is, as funny as I would as I think that is, yeah, no, no, no.
Oh, come on.
Nope.
If nothing else, I think it would be funny if he like. I don't know if they still do that Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, but
Shorty
put Kevin
G.
Hart in that.
Okay. Yep.
You
But
were able to
yeah.
get two people from SNL into that thing. Put Kevin Hart in that.
Next.
There we go. Shorty G versus Shorty K.
Yes.
It's like McDonald's versus Burger King.
It feels like the battle between clothing stores.
I'm hurting Kyle's head. I know it. All right, let's
My
see
head
who's
already
next.
hurts enough.
Bill Cosby. Nope.
Nope. Nope.
Look, wrestling has had enough drug issues in its
Nope.
heyday.
Nope. Next. Delete.
We'll get the ice cream bars before we get the Jello
What
pudding
type
pops.
of list is this?
Grace Kelly. He's also dead. Meek Mill. Okay. Possibility of a musical performance. This I could definitely see. I would say if you had somebody like Meek Mill who just put an album 2 years ago, if you had him going up and coming in and doing something, I would be all
It could
for
work.
that.
Well, in that case, you might as well just get
If
Bruce
they were able
Springsteen.
to get Meek Mill, who do you think he would do a song for?
Logan Paul, probably.
Really?
But you have Ben Franklin versus Pete Rose.
No, that would be R-Truth. R-Truth would do this.
Ben Franklin wins the 24/7 title before
Yeah,
R-Truth
R-Truth
takes
would
it back.
definitely dress up. But no, you know what? If they're able to do anything with Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits, definitely get that Meek Mill endorsement. Have them open for
Yeah.
it. Especially if you end up bringing in Jade Cargill to the mix too.
Hmm.
Because Jade Cargill, she is as much into the culture as anybody else. Thankfully, we're not getting Bow Wow to come and start beef with her. But you know what? With her as a connection, that would absolutely be fine.
They actually have a Philly person on their roster in Drew Gulak.
Do they know they have Drew Gulak? Because I don't even know if they know. I know Shawn Michaels knows, but I don't know if anybody else knows.
Yeah. Another wrestler that I really like that they completely botched.
Let's see. Patti LaBelle.
Is she still alive?
You know what? I could see them getting Patti LaBelle to do the Star
National
Spangled
Anthem.
Banner at the opening.
Yeah.
Or America the Beautiful. Either one.
Mhm.
Because that would just be class.
Yep.
And for WWE, that might be the classiest thing they have all night. I don't know. But
It's pro wrestling after all.
but I could see that. Kobe?
Nope.
Nope.
Sorry.
Can't do that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he's passed on.
A lot of dead people from Philly. Tina Fey.
That
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not out of the realm of possibility. They've already had at least a couple of SNL alums come through on WrestleMania before.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what her place would be. It would have to be. But what would you bring Tina Fey in for?
Honestly, probably nothing.
You-
There's really nothing that I could think of that. It's like you might do a crowd shot, but that's it. Yeah, I got nothing for
Well,
Tina Fey.
maybe through her, you have at least an additional connection to SNL. Maybe you bring in some other SNL people outside of her. Maybe,
Maybe.
you bring in Pete Davidson and someone actually slams him onto the mat.
Okay.
I can hope.
Who's next?
Really, really hope. Okay, Jeff might have won me over with that. Her and Bailey, no.
Nah.
Ah,
Moving on.
pass.
Who's next?
All right.
There you
Boys
go.
to Men.
There's
Absolutely.
a
Get
musical
them
guest for you.
up one. Yes,
That one's a good one.
yes. I don't care if you get all three of them or all four of them. I don't care. Have them open up one of the nights.
Absolutely. That one I could. That
Dude,
one
America.
I could see would work really well.
Oh God, yes. Oh, that is outstanding. Like, all credit to Aretha Franklin, obviously, or Patti LaBelle,
Oh,
or
yeah.
anyone else.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna have some soulful from Philly,
Soul.
oh boy,
Now
you man.
that one's
Ah,
a good one.
like I am such a Boyz II Men fan, like you don't even know. Like, oh, I that.
Oh yeah. I would give a thumbs up on that one.
Let's see who else we got. Who else we got?
Richard Gere.
Richard Gere. I'm
Mm,
gonna
think
say
he's a
no.
vet.
Doesn't seem like his thing. Just moving on.
Yep.
Kevin
Oh,
Bacon.
God.
You know
Well,
what?
there's your 6 degrees.
I could see it.
Yeah. So do I.
I could see Kevin Bacon. I could see Kevin Bacon.
That
You know,
that
if
works
he's
out. Boys
willing
to
to
Men
go
with the
ahead
national
and do
anthem.
that Christmas special, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, I like
Or they all
Jeff's
sing
comment.
together.
Yeah. But Boys to Men with the national anthem and Patti LaBelle doing during America the Beautiful for even for Cody Rhodes. Sure. I like that. That's a great idea. I like it. I dig it.
Oh, that works nicely. Yeah. Very heartfelt. Nothing too crazy or shameless or excessively pluggy like
Yeah.
you might get with Logan Paul.
Yeah. They already have enough controversial and annoying stuff already. Yeah. So who's next on our
Yeah,
list?
unfortunately, no more Lemmy.
Yep. Moving on.
I
Moving
mean,
on.
I would say if anything, you might be able to get In Living Color to go ahead and play for Punk this year, considering they
Hmm.
did do the brand new edition of their song.
You know what? That actually probably will happen for whatever
Yes.
match that Punk's in. He's gonna have the live music intro. I think so. Now you brought it up. Yeah.
No love for the Peter. What Peter Ben Franklin? Hold on.
The Pete Rose versus Ben Franklin match. The one I mentioned. That is all the love for me.
I didn't see it. I'm sorry. Hasn't Pete Rose been through enough?
No.
No, come on. But they could see opening for somebody.
Mm-hmm. Who do we got?
Or just, being there on the side, sitting ringside, maybe with the family. Get Kira Sedgwick in there. It's all good. Chubby
Yeah,
Checker.
he's
Nope, he's
dead.
dead.
He's dead.
M. Night Shyamalan. What a twist.
They have enough bad bookings as it is. They don't need Shyamalan coming in and making it worse. What a twist! Roman Reigns is actually
No.
Jey Uso.
Don't tell me if they were able to do something with The Miz that they would not try to get Shyamalan involved.
I would rather have Kane coming out
You
and
know they would,
out-slamming
Kyle.
Pete Rose and Ben Franklin.
But the twist, it's not really Kane. It's Undertaker. He just
It's Diesel. It's fake Kane.
it's
It's the Underfaker.
it's Nails. They finally brought Nails back after all these years.
Oh God, the twist is that Jey Uso is actually, Jimmy Uso is actually Jey Uso, and Jey Uso is actually Jimmy Uso, and Roman Reigns is actually Brock Lesnar in a wig.
And under the robe, it's Rikishi.
Nails. And Solo Sikoa is Rikishi. Nails.
He's the last holdout, man. Once they finally bring Nails back, everyone will have come full circle in WWE.
Exactly. Nails. Oh God.
They should get
moving on
to write a story for WrestleMania. That would be
Oh
insane.
dear. Oh dear.
Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt's still alive, right?
Yeah, I think so. But he's old. He's up there.
Well, they would. Probably again, just probably like a Snoop Dogg
bring
thing,
out Dr.
maybe
J.
a guest host.
Hmm.
Wilt is still
Right.
just scrolling through all the the back locker rooms and everything, just showing off.
I wonder
Maybe,
I wonder if they'll get
maybe-
any local Philly wrestlers to participate in WrestleMania this year, because that'd be kind of cool.
Well, again, I think you had said some ECW people might actually show up if Paul Heyman has his way about things.
I would love to see it. Have Paul Heyman do like a whole promo. It's like, this is one of my cities. Bradley Cooper, I can see them doing a crowd spot with him.
Bradley Cooper.
I can see a crowd spot with him.
No, even better for Bradley Cooper, because if you remember, there was talk at one time of them doing a Mr. McMahon documentary.
Oh.
With Bradley Cooper portraying Mr. McMahon. Now, I don't know how that necessarily would have gone off, but obviously, ever since the scandals of the last year or so, I don't know if that's necessarily going through. But what a way to drum up talks again.
The name on the contract is McMahon. It's just a fake McMahon.
Imagine Rocket the Raccoon being there.
Ugh.
And hey, maybe if you can get Rocket, maybe you can get Dave to show up too.
There you go. Perfect.
A little Batista bomb here and there. That wouldn't be so bad.
Bombtista.
Imagine if Bradley Cooper helped Batista bomb somebody.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That would be...
Kick to the groin, spin him around, Batista picks him up, drops him, done.
Blurp.
And then Kevin Bacon is there to play them off. Dude, you have the makings of a Guardians of the Galaxy reunion for this thing.
Oh, God.
Come on.
All
you need is Palm Clementif and I don't know, Jeff Goldblum. I don't know who, but
Jeff Goldblum makes the... Oh, goodness.
Oh, come on, man.
Really? Jeff Goldblum. Oh, boy.
He's not doing anything. His Disney show got canceled.
This is true. That's actually true.
But no, I would love to see Bradley there. That'd be fun.
Jeff Goldblum.
Let's see. Sylvester Stallone. Rocky himself. Yes.
That I could see. That I could see happening.
I kind of feel like that might have to be a given.
I think so. At the very least during the intro.
Well, yeah, maybe you have Rocky go ahead and voice the opening montage that they do. That would be good.
Having Sylvester Stallone doing a voiceover? Oh, God. Oh, got a lot of people WrestleMania.
It works for him. Jeff, why you want to slide? Oh, man, he's Rocky. They didn't even bring him
Forever.
He's not.
Forever. Forever.
But no, I would like to see Rocky go ahead and do something like that. I know I'm calling him Rocky, and that's Sylvester Stallone. But you know what? Considering how bad Expendables 4 went, let's leave him as Rocky.
Rocky.
As a matter of fact, that's as bad as John Rambo was. Let's leave him as Rocky. That's like really the only character he's got going on anymore.
Yeah. Rocky.
And even that, he may be retired. But
yeah, perhaps.
you hated the Rocky movie.
Ouch.
Kyle, he's your friend. You talk to him.
I don't know what to say about that one. That one, ouch. Sweet Jesus. Ouch. That one hurts.
Come on. The Rocky movies even helped Mr. T get into WrestleMania.
Mr. T.
Don't
Jeez.
forget, what was it? It was the first WrestleMania, yes? Him and
I
Hogan?
think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it was the tag team, I think.
Yeah, it was those two up against Paul Orndorff and whoever else. I forget who the second person was. Was it Piper? No, it wasn't Piper. No, actually, it might have been Piper.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Who knows?
But look, if Mr. T can do it, Sly can do it. He may not be in his best shape, but he's in A shape.
Round is a
better than what
shape.
you can say about most of the lethargic
Round is certainly a shape.
WWE legends they would try to
Round is
I'd
definitely
rather
a
see
shape.
Sylvester Stallone come into WWE just for a guest spot than have Hogan or Goldberg wrestle.
Hogan. What you gonna do, brother?
Okay, I was right. All right. Yeah, Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff. Yep.
Mr.
Let's
Wonderful.
see, who else we got here? Billie Holiday, she's dead. My God, how many? Give me.
I was gonna say it's like this whole list is like listing the people who died. Like, my goodness, man, what list did you pick?
Well, some of them are either dead or
dead or almost dead or slightly dead. Slightly
or
dead.
their career is
Maybe
dead.
he's a
Like
little
Cosby.
alive. Oh God! The Cosby one. I'm like, what?
What? No. They were a fine duo, but no.
Yep. Pass on that.
Yeah. That's it for this list. So
yeah. So, but yeah.
did you have
feel free to list
any
in the
additional
comments any
people that
additional
you could
ones.
think of?
Honestly, I just want to see ECW people there, and I want to see Drew Gulak make an appearance because that's essentially his hometown.
Outside of Philly.
Outside of Philly,
I feel like it's absolutely
Bruce
positively
Springsteen.
necessary.
I would
You
like
got
to
to
see
bring in Danny
Bruce.
DeVito.
Yes, Danny DeVito would be awesome. Like I said, Bruce I think would be good because a lot of songs. He had some songs about Philly. Probably gonna see a lot of athletes, like specifically Philly athletes, especially if they lose in the playoffs. But yeah.
Well,
So,
yeah, I mean, there's definitely got some time. If the
yeah.
Eagles make it to the Super Bowl, you can guarantee that they're going to get there.
Question: do you know who's being inducted in the Hall of Fame?
Not
they announced it
sure.
yet?
The only one I've heard so far is that Rotunda is probably going to be added posthumously.
Yeah. All right, so definitely Bray, but
as far as like
any
anybody
other
else,
headliners?
I mean, the only one I could think of would probably be Ken Shamrock because I know that they've discussed.
They did just resign him.
Yeah, and considering where
Steve
we
Blackman.
are, you would have to really be getting like the last few bits of the Attitude Era people in there.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I would love to see Ken Shamrock make an appearance. In that case, might as well bring in Dan Severn and Steve Blackman too. That'd be great.
Well, okay, bringing in Paulie. What's the possibility of Paul Heyman being inducted?
Not yet. I think he'll be inducted when he's winding things down after the Reigns stuff done. I think if they do, if the rumors are true and Reigns is done after this WrestleMania, then the next WrestleMania, I would say Paulie gets inducted. Even though it would make sense to have him inducted in the Philly one, it could work.
Well, I would say so, because who knows when the next time it's going to be in New York.
It should be that I would hope it would be this year in Philly, but I don't think that will happen, being that he's still essentially an active member of the roster.
They did it for Taker.
Taker is a special case.
Well, some could argue Paul's a special case too, considering how much he's devoted in the past. What, ever since 2000, really?
He is the best. He is their best person on the mic in their company right now. Like yeah, I know I said like Seth Rollins is really good. They like Punk is all right. Paul Heyman is the number one
Ray Ray too.
right now.
And that's the thing. They inducted Ray Ray last year, and that was back when they were over in California. So
Okay.
that's his stopping ground.
All right, maybe
he's still wrestling, but not for long.
Know who else? You know who else would probably be inducted posthumously? Terry Funk, if he's not already.
I thought Funk was already inducted.
I think he is too, but I know we lost him, so we'll probably have a moment of silence for him.
Oh yeah.
No, so him and yeah.
Depending on who's there in attendance.
Yeah. So.
But you know what, Jeff? If you've got any guesses, we'll go ahead and throw them up. But that's pretty much it for tonight's show. Wasn't as heated as I expected it to be, but it's all well and good. Oh, him and Dory were inducted together.
Okay.
So I don't know if that means he could still be inducted on his own.
As a solo inductee, yeah, that could certainly happen.
And they did it with Flair.
They did.
Sandman? Oh, I don't know.
I would love to see it. I don't think he'll be inducted in the Hall of Fame. We might see Sandman make an appearance. Hell, we might have a whole bunch of ECW guys beat the hell out of Paul Heyman, just for the hell of it. And that will be how Reigns loses his title or something.
Sabu, Tommy Dreamer, whoever you can get.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Although I will say, if they do induct Sandman into the Hall of Fame, if he doesn't come through the whole audience, the whole ass audience,
he starts at the He starts at the top of the stadium, and then 20 minutes later, he makes it to the ring.
Yes, that's his speech.
That's his whole thing.
He gets to the podium, he says, "Thank you," and then out.
Thank you. Smashes a beer against his head, and then away he goes.
That's how you do it. Yes.
That would be really funny. That would be very, very funny.
Well, I mean, if they are still doing it in wrestling, I don't know if they're going to be doing anything in the wrestling ring after the whole Bret Hart thing with a Philly audience. Because we know how Philly audiences can be.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if they necessarily
want to. Which makes it even better.
Like, we don't remember what happened back a few Rumbles ago. But
that's true.
For those of you in the comments watching this after the fact, hope you have enjoyed partaking and watching, and let us know what your thoughts are. Who should you see in the Hall of Fame this year? And who do you want to see show up at WrestleMania? Do you want the whole cast of It's Always Sunny from Philadelphia to show up? Or just Danny DeVito? Because he is just so lovable, and we did show him as many different wrestlers, so you know he.
Yeah, let's just make the whole WrestleMania Danny DeVito. Danny DeVito in every match.
DeVito Mania.
DeVito Mania. Precisely.
Night one.
DeVito Mania. I want DeVito Mania.
It's going to be real weird.
What you gonna do, brother, when DeVito Mania runs wild?
I can just see now LA Knight snapping into a Slim Jim while Danny DeVito snaps into a Jersey Mike sub.
It's the battle for Jersey Mikes. Oh no.
All right. So that'll be it for tonight, folks. Going out on a high note. For the Sniper Kyle Krieger, my name is Ryan O'Regan, the Real Ordeal. This has been Jabronis United. Stay humble. My voice is dead, man.